The man whose heart is in accord with God's makes no display, nor does God choose him for his appearance or by listening to the voice of the people. The man after God's own heart must be sought in the heart, and is made worthy by his hidden virtues. Christian justice is a private affair between a man and God. It is a mystery between them that is profaned when it is revealed, and which cannot be too carefully hidden from those who are not privy to the secret. This is why the Son of God enjoins us to retire by ourselves and to pray with the door shut. The Christian life should be a hidden life, and the true Christian should ardently desire to remain hidden under God's wing without having any other spectator. Yet here nature cries out, for it cannot abide this obscurity. Nature recoils from death, and to live hidden and unknown is to be dead in the minds of men. Life is found in activity, and the one who ceases to act seems also to have ceased to live. Men of the world who are accustomed to tumult and hurry do not know what peaceable, interior activity is. They do not think themselves to be doing anything unless they are anxious, and therefore they consider retreat and obscurity to be a kind of death. They understand life to be found in the world, and so they persuade themselves that they are not entirely dead as long as their name finds some echo upon the earth. This is why reputation seems to them to be a second life. To survive in the memory of men is a distinction they hold in great account. It takes little to make them believe that they will secretly come out of their tombs to hear what will be said about them. So strongly persuaded are they that to live is to make some noise and to stir up the affairs of men. Here is the eternity promised by the world, an eternity in titles, immortality by renown. It is a vain and fragile immortality, but one made much of by the conquerors of old. It is this false imagination that makes obscurity seem a kind of death to those who love the world, and even something worse than death, for in their opinion, to live hidden and unknown is to be buried alive. Our Lord Jesus Christ, having come to die and to sacrifice himself, wished to do so completely, and so he was not content to die a natural death, nor the most cruel and violent death, but he wished to add to that a civic and political death. And as this civic death came by two means, both by infamy and by being forgotten, he wished to suffer both of them. A victim of human pride, he wished to sacrifice himself by all sorts of humiliations, and he gave his first 30 years to that death of being forgotten. To die with Jesus Christ, we must die this death, so that we might say with St. Paul, "The world has been crucified to me, and I to the world." The world is dead to us when we leave it, but this is not enough. In order to arrive at perfection, we must be dead to it, and it must leave us. That is to say, that we should place ourselves in such a condition that we no longer please the world, that it holds us for dead, and that it no longer takes us to belong to its parties and intrigues, nor even to its conversations. This is the high perfection of Christianity, and it is here that one finds life, because here one learns to enjoy God, who does not live in the whirlwind or in the tumult of the world, but in the peace and solitude of retirement. In order to enjoy God in truth, one must retire with God and be content to see Him alone.